Hello, my wonderful friends. Good afternoon. How are we doing? Today I'm going to solve a quick question. As I was strolling down the streets of YouTube, I stumbled on a very interesting question, and I want to take that question up with each and every one of us. It's a golden exponential. Alright? So 3 raised to power x plus 9 raised to power x equal to 27 raised to power s. And the question is, what is the value of x? Alright? What is the value of x? So if you're joining me live, please help me share this link out. Share the link out. Please share the link out to people that may be interested in what I'm doing here. Alright? So how do we find the value of x? First of all, I can already see a pattern in this question. I'm seeing products of 3 raised to powers, alright? So we're going to break down everything to have the same base, alright? So let's start with this. So we say 3 raised to power x, alright? Plus, we know that 9 is the same thing as x, 3 raised to power 2. Alright? And we'll keep our power x up there. Then we also know that 27 is 3 raised to power 3. Alright? On this other side, just take a good look at this. 27 is equal to 3 times 3 times 3, which is the same thing as 3 raised to power 3. Alright? 9 is equal to 3 times 3, which is the same thing as 3 raised to power 2. Alright? So, let's move on. So now we found something beautiful. Remember to put the power x up there. So we say 3 raised to power x plus 3. Right? So now we're going to employ the multiplication law of exponentials, which is when you have two powers within a bracket, you can multiply them to become 1. So it will be 3 raised to power 2x equal to, this other side will do the same thing, 3 raised to power 3x. Alright? So we're going to do something different right now. We'll say, we're going to switch it up, okay? We're going to switch it up. So we'll say 3 raised to power x plus 3 raised to power x squared equal to 3 raised to power x cubed. And on the side, we're going to say, we're going to capture 3 raised to power x to be one single variable, alright? So we'll say, let 3 raised to power x be represented by the letter m. Are we okay with that? I guess so. So, we're going to substitute anywhere you find 3 raised to power x with the letter m. So we have m plus m squared equal to m cubed equal to m cubed. Alright? So now we're going to move everything to one side. If I move all this to this side, right? I'm going to move all this to this side. Alright? So it will be m cubed, alright, minus m squared, right, minus m will give us 0. It will give us 0, alright? So now we're going to find the value of m. So they have something common. A common factor in all these 3 terms is m. So if we divide through by m, if you divide through by m, we'll come out having m squared minus m minus 1 equal to 0. Alright? So this m on this side will be cancelled out and become 0. Then we're going to have m squared minus m minus 1 equal to 0. Alright? So we're going to find the value of m in this problem. So I like to use the completing the square method. Completing the square method is another way of solving factorizing quadratic equations. All right. So I tried using the normal method and I found out that we may not be able to get the answer normally, and I do not want to use the formula method. So I'm going to use completing the square method. All right. All right. So that will be using completing the square method. What will we have? First of all, we'll rearrange this. M squared minus m equal to 1. We're moving 1 to the other side of the equality. Alright? So when we do that, we're left with m squared minus m. So we need to get an expression that will give us this problem using completing the square method. So completing the square method, you open a bracket, you write m, right? Then you write minus 1 over 2 minus the coefficient of m, which is 1, divided by 2, all right, minus 1 over 4 minus the square of half of the coefficient of m. So that gives us 1. All right, this bracket will be squared. This bracket will be squared. All right. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? We're going to say, let's move on to this side. Let's move on to this side. We're going to say m minus 1 over 2 squared, all right, equal to 1 plus 1 over 4, right? So this will give us 5 over 4. So we say m minus 1 over 2. If we find the square root of both sides, finding the square root of both sides, we're going to have m is equal to the square root of 5 over 2. Then m will be the square root of 5 over 2 plus 1 over 2. Okay? Plus 1 over 2. So m is what? M is what? Let's find the square, the LCM gives root 5 plus 1. M is equal to root 5 plus 1. So if we substitute the value of this, what are we going to have next? If we substitute the value of this, what are we going to have next? I think we're going to have an irrational number. So we're going to take the other value of m, which was 0. The other value of m, which was 0. So now if x, 3 raised to power x is equal to 0, right? Therefore, x is what? Undefined. So I'm going to try out the formula method, right? Formula method says m is equal to minus b plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Now, in this function, we have a as 1, b as minus 1, and c as minus 1, right? So we say m will have minus 1 plus minus 1 square minus 4 times 1 times minus 1 all over 2 times 1. So this will give us 1 plus minus the square root of 1 plus what? 4 all over 2, which still gave us 1 plus root 5 over 2 as the value of m. So, if we equate 3x to m, it will be root 5 plus 1 over 2. Hello friends. So, out of all the three solutions we got m equal to 0, We got m equal to 1 plus square root of 5 over 2, and we also got 1 minus square root of 5 over 2. So we are going to find the value of x. If m is equal to 1 plus root 5 over 2, which is the solution I will choose, because that is actually a more defined solution than the rest of the two of the solutions, we will say, first of all, we will find the log of both sides. Remember, m is equal to 3 raised to the power x and also equal to 1 plus root 5 over 2. We are going to find the log to base 3 on both sides, giving us log 3 raised to the power x base 3 equal to log 1 plus root 5 over 2 base 3. So, you know the power above log 3 raised to the power x is going to come to the side, giving us x equal to log 1 plus root 5 over 3 base 3. So if we punch it in our calculator, we're going to have a value, and that value is approximately 0.438, and we'll take that as our final answer. Thank you very much for watching this live video. So I'll see you in our next video. Stay tuned to Easy Maths Tutor while we dissect all our questions. Thank you for watching, and bye.